No. 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 Hello and welcome to Controlled Thought. This week's episode deals with anonymity. Anonymity is derived from the word anonymous, which in turn is derived from the Greek root anonymia, meaning nameless or without a name. It essentially means that there's no discernible trait or characteristic that can link a person to an act. But in the modern world, is this such a good thing? Anonymity is a socially acceptable trait in the media, especially with characters like superheroes. Characters such as Batman, characters like The Flash. A good example would be Spider-Man, and then last but not least, Superman. All have their alter egos and are alter egos respectively. Anonymity is used as a tool by these characters to protect their families and friends from the enemies that they make on their heroic conquests. The person versus the persona. This anonymity allows them to be distanced from any consequence that occurs as a direct result of their actions. The internet is a playground for anonymous personalities and organisations. The aptly named trolls of the internet, where the name of this show kind of comes from, are a glaring example of the tragedy of anonymity. I had sex with your mother. Mate, I'm gonna teabag your corpse when you've died. Suck my grenade, just like your mum sucked my dick. Heard that bitch is owning you. Meh, I'd f*** you with this gun if I was in real life. I'd f*** you with it, I would. I f***ed your mum to death. And even that was less brutal than this shit. You're just a noob, I've got mad skills. I'm like well good at the game. F*** you, meh. F***ed your dad. I could slice you, mother***. Oh, sucking dick harder than your mum. I'll have you know I suck dick pretty well. Now suck my butt, you son of a bitch. They take many mysterious forms, be it the game-spamming 12-year-old who biblically knows your mother, or YouTube commenters wishing death upon you for expressing your own opinions or not complying with social conventions and normality. The lack of accountability on the part of an individual can link them to say or do things that they normally wouldn't even dare to say. They are a faceless creature bound to the ethereal nature of cyberspace without form. Here they have the power. In the real world, they may be small without influence or any kind of impact. But on the internet, nobody needs to know that. So they can be the lion that they want you to fear. Because when you're anonymous, there's no threat of reprisal for any of your threats or idiocy. They live without fear of the people that they mock or traumatise actually coming to find them. The deplorable depths that are often sometimes reached on the internet are as a direct result of a lack of face-to-face communication. This in most cases dehumanises the situation for both participants, allowing them to say anything that they want because the situation isn't really real. They aren't sat there watching their target break down or cry, they're just at home on their laptop, posting a comment and laughing about how angry they're making somebody. You aren't directly speaking to somebody when you post a comment about a video you've seen or somebody that you hate on Twitter. You're speaking to a human-shaped digital facsimile that exists fleetingly for that moment in time at that point in space, only to you and only in that moment. They may be real people, they may be celebrities, but for that singular, fleeting, auspicious moment in time, you have the power, and you exploit that power, for they are your human playthings. And of course proceedings get ugly, because you're small-minded and stupid, and power corrupts stupidity. So anonymity grants you the power and freedom to be the person that you really want to be. Be that the LARPing furry who spends their weekends frolicking in the parks with their friends, eating Japanese confectionery, or the hardline right-wing anti-gay bigot. The unfortunate truth is that it's all fine and fair regardless of your position. If you are allowed to be the creative pseudo-intellectual character that you want to be, then you can't infringe upon the rights of other people to be what they want to be. That's just free speech. So this is all well and good and pretty heavy stuff. However, the most hilarious thing about the situation is that everything that you do on the internet is traceable, and you can be made accountable for your digital footprint. So in essence, there is no such thing as anonymity. Now this is best represented by suicide hate sites, pages on Facebook that are trolling grieving and suffering families, and unfortunately people posting inappropriate jokes on Facebook and Twitter. The ease with which the perpetrators are found and held accountable for what they've done is astonishing and terrifying. We are slowly reaching a point where internet censorship is being forced in under the radar whilst we're distracted with other things. The royal wedding, the royal baby, Syria, the economic climate, 9/11, conspiracy theories. Is Barack Obama really American? Soon we will be unable to express ourselves without being reprimanded for our use of language, our ideology, or our sense of humour. Behold, in the UK, the recent anti-porn bill that they tried to pass through whilst everybody was busy looking at the royal baby, forcing internet service providers to make pornographic content opt-inable. Anyone and everyone on the internet that's read 1984 but didn't truly grasp its point is currently forcing and sharing images on the internet. Images of security cameras with captions relating to Big Brother, or pictures of the book titled, "It's a book, not an instruction manual." But the truly depressing fact and the absolute point of the book is that our freedom has always been a welcome illusion that only exists to help us sleep at night. We've never been free, and we will never truly be free, except in death. We are all slaves to the machine, slaves to the economy, slaves to currency. But that machine pretends to care, and it protects us, but only to protect itself, and establishes institutions to keep itself going. We are the drones that tend to our selfish, great automaton master. But we need that master, otherwise we wouldn't know how to live and society would immediately crumble to dust. In the grand scheme, the only thing that we can ever really hope for are small victories against the machine. Because we are never anonymous, we are always accountable, and we are forever guilty until we can prove our innocence.
I have just had the worst dream.
Did you know?
Well, I dreamt that I'd made an incredibly depressing and heavy video for the Toy Soldiers Unite. But it was only a dream.
What if it wasn't a dream? That's just me falling out of a chair. Anonymity is a socially acceptable trait for characters in the media like superheroes. Characters such as Batman, characters like the oh, for fuck's sake.